All right, so today we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to look at some paintings. No, we're going to try to step inside a whole new way of seeing the world. And we're going to do it through the eyes of an artist who really truly changed everything, Paul Cézanne.
So first things first, I want you to just forget about the museum for a second. Forget the white walls, the quiet rooms, all of that. Instead, I want you to come with me. Let's just take a walk. Okay, so where are we walking? We're starting out in the south of France, in a place called Provence. Now, this isn't just some random location. This is the spot. It's where Cézanne lived, where he worked, and honestly, it's the key to understanding everything about him. You've got to picture this place. It's just bathed in this incredible, warm, one-of-a-kind light.
Just try to imagine it for a second. Can you feel that warmth on your skin? Look around. You're standing in these warm, golden fields. The trees, they're this deep, rich green. And you can see these little houses with their classic terracotta roofs. And then, in the distance, kind of watching over everything, there's this mountain. That's Mont Saint-Victoire. For Cézanne, this wasn't just a pretty picture. It was a feeling. It was a sensation that he literally spent his entire life trying to get down on canvas.
All right, so let's get into the really cool part. This is where things get, well, revolutionary. Cézanne had this idea, this belief, that if you looked at nature, like really looked at it, you could actually see a kind of secret code, a hidden geometry that holds the entire world together. This quote right here, this was basically his whole philosophy in a nutshell. He said you have to treat nature by the cylinder, the sphere, the cone. So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, think about it like this. He didn't care about the little details, like a leaf flickering in the wind or the way light shimmers on water. He was digging deeper. He was looking for the basic, solid, unchanging shapes that everything is made of, right? A tree trunk, it's basically a cylinder. An apple, that's a sphere. And that big mountain in the distance, it's a cone. And that right there, that is the absolute key. He wasn't just painting what he saw on the surface. He was trying to paint the structure underneath it all. So he's not trying to paint a perfect picture of a mountain. No, he's trying to paint the very idea of the mountain, its weight, its solidness, the very structure that makes it a mountain in the first place. See the difference?
So, okay, if you're going to paint the structure of things instead of just the surfaces, well, you're going to need a totally new way to use your paint, right? And this right here is where he really parted ways with his buddies, the Impressionists.
And this comparison makes it so clear. The Impressionists, they were all about capturing a single, fleeting moment. They used these quick, light little brushstrokes to get that shimmer of light on the water. But Cézanne, he did the exact opposite. His brushstrokes were slow, deliberate. They were like little building blocks of color. He was using these flat planes of color to literally build the weight and the solidness of an object. Just picture him there, at his easel. He puts down one little patch of color. Okay. Then, right next to it, he puts another one, just a slightly different shade. And then another. He's not smudging them together or blending them, he's building. It's like bricklaying with paint. And patch by patch, he constructs the form of the apple or the mountain or the house until it has this incredible density, this weight that feels completely, utterly real. And, you know, this whole method, this patient, deliberate way of building a painting, it doesn't just make things look solid. It creates this very specific feeling. When you look at his work, there's this sense of deep, profound stillness. It's like you're looking at a world that is perfectly ordered and calm. Yeah. He talked about this idea, a logic of colors, and he didn't mean it in some cold mathematical way. Not at all. It was more of an intuitive thing, a natural sense of order. He really believed that if you just placed the right colors next to each other, they would create form and harmony all by themselves. A kind of harmony that felt more real, more true than any perfect photograph ever could. And that is exactly why his paintings feel so permanent, so timeless. Here's a way to think about it. An Impressionist painting might show you a haystack on a Tuesday afternoon at exactly 4:05 p.m., you know? But a Cézanne painting, it shows you the very essence of a haystack. What a haystack is for all time. It's solid, it's unchanging, it's timeless.
Now, this new way of seeing, it was so powerful it didn't just end with him. I mean, not even close. His idea of seeing the world as this collection of basic shapes, it sent a shockwave through the art world that completely redefined everything for the next century.
You can see it right here. So he breaks from Impressionism, his work starts to get a little bit of recognition, and then boom, 1907. It's a year after he died. Two young, ambitious artists, you might have heard of them, Picasso and Braque. They see a big show of his work, and it just blows their minds. Cézanne's whole idea of building things with shapes, of showing objects from different angles at the same time, it was the key. It was the thing that let them unlock Cubism. And once they did that, the door to all of modern art just blew wide open.
But, forget the big art history lesson for a minute. His work does something for us, right here, right now. It's like an invitation. It's asking us to just stop, to slow down, and to really look at the world around us, To see the cylinder in your coffee mug, or the sphere in that orange on your counter, to see the cone in that hill way off in the distance. He basically gave us a whole new set of eyes to see with. So after this little walk we've taken through his world, the only real question left is the one he leaves for all of us. Now, how are you going to see the world?